What is going on, everyone? In today's video, we're going to be diving into Chelsea versus Lincoln and why there are a lot of issues that we need to address as Chelsea fans, because this should have been a match for Chelsea to go in to the League Cup and build some confidence after our loss to Manchester United, and that is not what happened at all. And really, I think it stems from the back to the front to the management. And I hate to say this because I do believe in Enzo Maresca. I do believe in these players. But this match just showed us that there might be some issues going on inside this club, especially with some of these players. Now, let's first start off with Jorgensen. Now, I do believe he is a good goalkeeper, but what we've seen in the last two matches from him at Manchester United match and this match against Lincoln, there are very, very high questions on this player as his starting goalkeeper. Now, granted, Robert Sanchez will most likely start our next match against Brighton because he had the one match ban from the red card against the United match, and that was then carried into this match. But really, people have been talking about maybe Sanchez shouldn't be starting. After seeing this, I don't think Jorgensen should be starting because there have been multiple times he should have came out, cleared the ball, grabbed the ball, done something different, and just did not happen. Now, you could argue, yes, we were down to 10 men in that Manchester United match, so therefore, again, Kane on wasn't expecting to. But this match itself, there were still question marks on what he was doing and trying to demand and command his box, and it just was not happening in this match. And I do think that is going to be a huge issue moving forward if he continues to play for us or start for us. But I do believe, like I said, Robert Sanchez is most likely the starting guy for us next match. Then on top of that, we need to look at our back line. Trevor Chalobah has been leading to a lot of goals. Now, granted, he scored some goals for us, and that's great for him and everything. But really, when you look at the last handful of matches, he's been at the front of it, leading to those goals. Yesterday against Lincoln, the ball was played across to him. Now, I'm going to say that ball shouldn't probably have been played to him. It was maybe not play hard enough by Enzo, but still, Trevor Chalobah should get to that ball and win that ball. He does not. He does not get anywhere near it. Maybe he's worried that he's going to get caught with a foul, maybe caught for a red card. I'll give him that maybe benefit of the doubt. But then you look at our other matches. Against Fulham, that goal that maybe should have stood, he was at fault there. He pushed too high up, didn't get the tackle, and led then them to go and score a goal, which again did get ruled off because of VAR. Then we look against Manchester United. He's also the guy that didn't win the ball, which then led to the red card for Robert Sanchez. And there's been time and time throughout each and every match, there's been things that he just is not doing for us right now. And I do know and I believe he is a very, very good player, but he has been making a lot of errors as of lately, and it does make me question if maybe we should rotate our defense to something different, whether it's Tosin Fofana, and again, I don't know how well Fofana is because we haven't seen much of him due to injuries, or if we look at maybe doing Hato along with Tosin or some other type of combination, and maybe giving Trevor Chalobah some rest, because I do think the man needs a little bit of rest because he doesn't seem to be fully there for 90 minutes in each and every match, and this is a big issue for us. So I do want to know what you think on Trevor Chalobah, but then you look at the rest of the back line, I think we have done fairly well. Obviously, Malagusto is a great player for us. Cucurella probably had one of his worst matches for Chelsea in this match. I do think he did struggle a little bit as well. But that, or a Manchester United match as well. But that being said, I do think, again, all those other players do make sense when we're looking at our midfield or our back line. But if we look at our midfield, again, Enzo Fernandez is the other guy. I'm really questioning right now if he also needs a break and some time off, because we've been seeing him struggle a little bit. And again, he's a very good player. I'm not going to say he's not a good player because he definitely is. But he has been making some key errors and mistakes as well. And therefore, again, I'm wondering if we do change and rotate a few things in our squad that really will see these players go to the bench, get that drive, that hunger that they want to start again, and make him that much better. Because if, again, we keep playing him and he's playing not that great, this can really hamper and dampen our midfield. Because as we all know, the midfield is where games are won, and we haven't been doing it as of lately. Now, obviously, Caicedo has been doing a phenomenal job. Each and every match, he always does a phenomenal job. But like I said, if he's not getting the help he needs in that midfield from Enzo Fernandez or whoever else is playing in that midfield, it makes his job 100 times harder. And yes, he's been able to do it, but there are going to be matches where he's not going to be able to, or he's going to get caught with a foul, and then he has to really worry about picking up a second yellow card. There will be issues like that. So again, it makes sense if possibly we do rotate some of these players out and maybe go with, say, Caicedo and Santos in that midfield, and obviously drop Enzo for a match, because I would be curious to see how that works. And Bonetta then being in that midfield as well, it would be interesting to see what happens. Now, obviously, again, we're playing Brighton our next match. I don't know if Enzo Maresca is going to make all these big changes because he may want to stick to the core foundation that he has been using this season. But like I said, if we are looking at possibly getting us back to where we should be and to our winning ways, because we have been sliding in the negative side for the most part, we may have to make some big changes. Now, granted, we obviously have been hit with a few injuries as well. Cole Palmer going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. That's going to be a big blow to us. Liam Delop, as we all know, has been out injured for a while now too. And therefore, again, this makes a huge difference for us. But otherwise, if we're looking at the squad, I do think the rest of the players have been playing well. João Pedro up front makes sense. And then Neto on one of the wings, whether he's right side, left side, doesn't matter. He's obviously a great player. And then whether we go with Garnacho, Gittins, any of these players that we can play on the wing, I think would make sense for us. And like I said, I think these players are more incapable of playing those positions. So therefore, again, I think it's the midfield with Enzo and then possibly Trevor Chalba and then obviously the goalkeeper situation. But I don't know what we do from this point on, moving to the transfer window. But that being said, Enzo Maresca definitely has a few things he needs to take care of in this next match, and we should be going out and winning this match. Now, again, Brighton have done well so far this season. They just drew with Tottenham. They beat Manchester City. They have obviously lost a few matches this season, but this is a match that Chelsea should be going into and winning this game confidently, and just really should be going out in the first minute and just, again, blowing Brighton out of the water for the most part. And if they can do that, this will help them get better and better as the season goes on. But if we do end up even with a draw, I think, in this match, it really will show us how we're regressing backwards for the most part. And yes, I understand it's only week 6 in the Premier League. But like I said, going into this season, we should have been winning 4 of the 5 matches. We did not do that. We had a draw, we had a loss, and therefore, again, we've already dropped massive points. And if we're trying to, again, compete for the top 4, which is always difficult, we have to win these matches. We can't just draw them. So like I said, Enzo Maresca definitely has a big task for him this weekend against Brighton, but I do think we should go and get all 3 points. We'll probably make another video, though, about the tactics, what we'll see from Enzo Maresca, but this is just me talking after the Lincoln match because, like I said, we definitely struggled in this match, but hopefully we can turn things around and hopefully we can get back to our winning ways. So that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate if you do hit the like button, subscribe down below. Again, I greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.